So let's first start off with a lesson snapshot. So as you can see here, I have learning objectives, I have materials, and I have technology tools. So our learning objectives for this TEK will be: students will define and explain the key components of an ecosystem, producers, consumers, and decomposers. Students will create and analyze food chains using digital tools. For instance, we can use Gizmo, quizzes, and things of that nature. And our materials, we have our smart board here. We're gonna have computers and tablets, access to Gizmo, and internet access to Google Slides, which we all can access, and the kids can all access through Clever. Again, I mentioned these technology tools already, but I'm gonna reiterate these. Gizmos, quizzes, and Google Slides are all the technology or digital resources that I like to use with my students in the classroom to get those formative assessments, and it could be formal, informal, and I also get those summative assessments as well. So again, this is just a quick snapshot of the lesson. We're gonna spend 10 minutes on the introduction, where we show a video from the National Geographic channel, on ecosystems. Then we're gonna move to activity 1, where will take place on gizmos. And we're gonna do that for about 20 minutes. And then in activity 2, students will pair. They're gonna pair up to research a specific ecosystem, and they will use the Google Slides to create a short presentation outlining the key organisms and how they interact. Now again, I stated earlier about the formative assessments and the summative assessments, So using those technologies, we're gonna be able to capture those while still engaging students as well. And then at the end, we're gonna reflect and discuss to see who learned what, and of course, we're gonna use our exit ticket. So our learning objective for this lesson is going to be: students will identify and describe the components of an ecosystem. Students will model the relationship between producers, consumers, and decomposers using digital tools. And students will analyze how changes in the ecosystem affect balance and organisms. So the lesson assessment, as you can see, I have my digital tools that I can use. I have quizzes right here. I have Canva. They can also be in comparison to Google Slides. So if you don't like Google Slides, you can definitely use Canva, and Gizmo. So let's talk about how we assess students' understanding with technology. During this lesson, we will use 2 assessments. The first is a formative assessment, and the second will be a summative assessment. The formative assessment will happen in real time through quizzes. This tool allows students to answer questions during the lesson and get immediate feedback on how they're grasping the content. So while we're doing that, the students we'll be able to ask the students questions and see what students are understanding and what students are not understanding in real time. And for the summative assessment, students will work in pairs to create a digital presentation using Google Slides or Canva. I prefer Canva because it's just so many more things, so many more creative things that you can do on Canva. They will present their findings on how different ecosystems function, ensuring they include producers, consumers, and decomposers. This assessment not only checks their understanding of the content, but also builds their technology and collaboration skills. So along with gaining a perspective on the current TEK or the particular TEK, they're also able to stay engaged, and they are allowed to gain technology skills, which is very, very, very powerful, very, very important in the life that they're living in right now. So these are things that they can use in school and also outside of school. So we just want to make sure those things align. So we're going to talk about incorporating evidence-based support for technology integration. All right. Now, let's look at why using technology is important based on research. Integrating digital tools in lessons isn't just about using the latest gadgets. It's all about enhancing learning and engagement. So yes, these tools look good for the people on the outside and look good for, the outside looking in, but it's also here to help educating students. So let's not make sure we always remember the main priority, and that's to educate the students and making sure that they're engaged. So according to some, technology helps differentiate instruction by offering multiple pathways for students to engage with content, making learning more accessible for diverse learners. I like this quote, I like this passage right here because, with those systems and the different technologies we're able to use, we're able to collect different data. And with that data, the specific programs are able to cater the information or cater whatever the student's learning to where the student is currently at. So I think that is super important. Another study finds that students in the classroom that use technology show significant improvement in achievement compared to those that did not. So studies show that students learn better when they have technology present. And then lastly, it says, highlights the digital tools provide instant feedback, which is crucial for monitoring and guiding student progress. So when we're doing this and we're doing the Kahoots and the quizzes and those type of things, and we're doing these assessments, we're able to see firsthand what kids understand and what kids don't. That way we're able to attack those in small group and also in whole group lessons. Evaluation of technology supporting the school's vision and mission. At our school, our mission is to prepare students to be critical thinkers, collaborative workers, and responsible citizens in a digital world. Integrating technology in our lessons directly supports this vision by helping students develop digital literacy, communication skills, and problem-solving abilities. Okay, by using tools like Gizmo, Google Slides, and Quizzes, we are not only teaching students science concepts, but we're also preparing them for the future. Kind of something that I stated earlier. We're not just preparing the kids for the classroom, but we're preparing them for life, preparing them to integrate into life by just aligning everything with education as well as real world aspects. To wrap this up, I hope you see how incorporating digital tools into your lesson plan can enhance teaching and learning. Whether you are using simulations to bring concepts to life or digital presentations to allow students to express their ideas, the possibilities are endless. I encourage everyone to reflect on how you can integrate these tools into your own lessons. Try to think about one up-and-coming lesson and ask yourself, how can I use technology to make it more interactive, engaging, and aligned with our school's mission? Those are three important concepts when we're talking about the teacher profession. Engaging the students, it being interactive, hands-on, something that they can see, do right there up front, and then make sure that it aligns with what the school is trying to accomplish. And lastly, thank you for your time. I'm looking forward to hearing how you incorporated technology into your classrooms. Also seeing as I walk around and I observe some of you guys. Let's continue working together to prepare our students for a digital future. Thank you.